Welcome to the Daily Devo. My name is Randy, and today we're talking about the space between your heart and your treasures. Matthew chapter 6 records one of Jesus' first messages to the masses. This message is the beginning of new things. It is here that Jesus lays out how his kingdom is going to function. Today's verse is found in Matthew 6:21. To fully understand what Jesus is talking about, we should actually read in context from Matthew 6:19 through 21. Don't store up treasures on earth. Moth and rust can destroy them, and thieves can break in and steal them. Instead, store up treasures in heaven, where moth and rust cannot destroy them, and thieves cannot break in and steal them. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. In our household, ice cream is a valuable commodity. When I buy it, I have a little, and then I hide it in the freezer. It sits hidden in the freezer for a week until I remember it is there. When I go to have some more, inevitably, it has frost all over it. What I've hidden and hoarded up is now diminished. Everything on the earth is subject to the same principle of perishability. This is a fact of life, and everyone should know it, but sometimes we think those facts don't apply to us. We think we alone can escape from the destiny awaiting all our material goods. There is nothing ethically wrong with storing up worldly goods as such. It is worldly mindedness to which Jesus is objecting, the concentration on the prosperity in this world to the neglect of all else. According to the theology of Jesus, then, the decisive point in dealing with material goods is that of perspective. If your perspective is to accumulate enough to feel secure and self-sufficient, that perspective will inform and guide your heart, which in turn will decide what to do in our daily lives. That will become our life center around the aim of our labor. We will draw our values and our sense of success based on that perception. Jesus tells a story about a farmer who had this perception. The farmer had an abundant harvest, so he decided to build bigger barns to store his increase. The problem was not in building bigger barns to be a good steward of the harvest. The problem was the posture of his heart. He said, "My friend, you have enough stored away for years to come. Now take it easy, eat, drink, and be merry." His treasure was temporal increase that allowed him to be self-sufficient instead of God-sufficient. Everyone has some treasure, the main object of their lives. Jesus is asking whether the main object is transient or eternal. Jesus points out the place we choose for our treasure tells something about ourselves. It does not describe treasure in any way, but clearly it means here that which one prizes the most, that which one values above everything else. The place where we choose to store what we value most shows what our values are down deep. This verse reminds us that our heart should always be anchored in the things of God and his plan for our lives, and that along the way, the increase of our lives is not the main thing. The main thing is what lasts beyond this life and transcends into the next. So let's place our hearts in the things that are eternal.